Hey, what's going on? My name is Dakota, and this is episode 1 of the Becoming the Catalyst podcast. Started this podcast because of everything that's happened in the world in the past couple of years. A lot of things have changed. A lot of people have lost their lives, and a lot of people have taken their own lives because of all the stress and confusion that continues to happen due to this COVID-19 crisis and everything that's also happening to the world financially. Now, we all know that since COVID-19, suicide rates have gone up, more people have lost their jobs, family businesses have fallen, and on top of that all, a lot of us have lost our purpose. By not having purpose in this life, it makes it mundane. It makes it feel like you're just drifting with the course. It makes it feel like you're almost following society's lead. And if you've been looking into the media lately in the past couple of years through the news outlets, through social media platforms, we can all see that the world is going a direction that maybe a lot of us don't want to follow. And that's why this podcast was created. That's why I'm bringing it to the surface so I can attract the minds and the hearts of the people that all resonate with this message of becoming their own catalyst in their own life. I personally believe that by becoming the catalyst of your own life, you now begin to access the control that you almost gave away completely to others, whether it be your parents guiding you through life as a child, a professor guiding you through college to gain you that education, or just your boss at your average career so that you can continue to get the paycheck you need to feed your family and pay for the bills. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, all right? We all need to learn, we all need to work, we all need to make money, we all need to provide. But at the end of the day, if we're not accessing our full potential, if we're not creating change in our life and living a better life every single year of our existence, then at the end of the day, we're already dying and we're not even living. And that's the whole entire idea of this podcast, is just to remind you that you have the power to create anything you want in your life, but you have to take precise action. You have to increase your desire. You have to advance your performance. There are so many things that you have to do. And if you just half-ass it, if you just put one foot in, one foot out, it is never going to happen because you're resisting the change as much as you're creating it. That's the whole idea of a catalyst, is tapping into that last little piece of potential that you need to access so that everything around you can shift into this new way of life. You are the catalyst. And this episode, number 1, is all about believing in yourself. To achieve anything in life, you will not be able to do that if you are insecure, if you are always doubting yourself. If you're always doubting yourself, you're never going to do whatever it takes. If you don't do whatever it takes, you'll never achieve anything great. Every single person who has ever achieved anything great in the Olympics, a leadership role, saving lives, they've always believed in themselves. They've always had a vision and they always did whatever it took to achieve it, whether it be increasing their skills, learning a little bit more about what they need to do to achieve it, or just believing in themselves and having the courage to go out on a limb and make it work along the way. No skilled sailor has ever been created in calm waters. It's always through the storm that you learn how to use your skills and you learn how to maneuver, you learn how to control your mind in the states of chaos. There's so many quotes out there that will reflect this. Even with the Buddha saying, true peace is when you're in chaos and you can control yourself. It is not when everything is going good. It is when everything is going bad and you know how to control yourself. That's the entire idea of becoming the catalyst of your own life. Learning that it is not how life treats you, it is how you treat life. It is not what you expect out of life, it's what life expects out of you. You are the main character of your own movie. Every single year, we're always learning new things about ourselves and about the world. But the thing is, knowledge is not always power if it's the wrong knowledge. Right now, I do feel in my heart that a lot of people are putting one foot on the brakes and one foot on the gas. And my goal of this podcast is to get you to realize where you are holding yourself back so you can release the brake. And at that point, you are already moving at 25 to 50 miles per hour faster than when you currently were before you listened to this podcast. That's the goal. And this episode is all about believing yourself, because at the end of the day, like I previously said, you cannot achieve anything great in the world or anything that you want if you do not believe that you already deserve it. At the end of the day, you get what you deserve and you get what you demand. And you're not going to demand more than what you deserve, because if you're insecure or you believe how your past relationship taught you or you believe what your upbringing allowed you to have, you're never going to go out and learn something new. You're never going to go out and actually try something different for this new version of yourself, okay? If you wanted to achieve something that you really, really want, you have to become the person that deserves it. That's why you do not have what you want. If you had what you want, then you'd be the person you needed to be. If you don't have what you want right now, you have to become something new. You have to believe in yourself. If I lost my voice and it's starting to make me crack, that's my apologies. My purpose, my intention here is to get my voice out into the world. And the fact that I'm not waiting for my voice to catch up proves my passion, proves my dedication, and proves that I'm willing to do whatever it takes because I believe in myself. Now let's shift gears for a second real quick. To believe in yourself, we have to think about our self-esteem, okay? From the start of our lives, we've been taught and trained and we've been programmed based on everything we've experienced from birth to becoming a child, to becoming a teenager, to becoming a young adult, going out into the world, getting our first job, getting into relationships with females and males, just learning everything about ourselves, what makes us unique, what makes people make fun of us, what makes people like us, what makes people not like us. All of these things are affecting your self-esteem. That's why we have to start here. We have to learn how to properly believe in ourselves, and it all starts with your self-esteem. By increasing your self-esteem, you'll increase your drive, you'll increase your standards, you'll increase everything it takes to achieve what you want. Without the self-esteem, you're never going to try past failure. Every time you fail, you're going to say, I knew it. I knew I was a failure. I knew I should have listened. I should have never went out. Look at this. I embarrassed myself. You have to stop talking to yourself like that. You have to be a leader. You have to lead yourself through the trials, through the tribulations, through the chaos, no matter what happens, no matter how it looks on the outside. Even if you lose it all, you have to say it's all part of the process. You got to shift your mind, increase your self-esteem, and keep moving forward. Always remember, we can't control life, but we can control how we respond to it. The second you begin to stop reacting to everything around you is the second that you gain 100% control over yourself, over your mind, over your emotions, and most importantly, over your actions. By responding to life, you now position yourself in a state of offense. You're done defending yourself. You're done being pushed around by others. You're done looking at your life and saying, you know what? That's all I deserve. That's all I'll ever deserve. No. You have to say enough is enough. Draw the line in the sand. Make it a mark. Make it a tattoo on you. Make it something that you cannot rip off your flesh. This is you. This is the new you. Once you believe in yourself, once you increase that self-esteem naturally, nobody can take that away. There's so many people out here in the world that have better opportunities than us. They're more famous than us. They have more money than us. But at the end of the day, if they didn't increase their self-esteem naturally, the second the fame goes away, the second the money goes away, guess what? They crumble. And that is why the first step, the first level of structure is believing yourself. Your self-esteem is more important than your paycheck. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Becoming the Catalyst podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching this anywhere, support the movement. We are the ones changing the world by first changing ourselves. I'll talk to you soon.
I swear it's gonna get better real soon. Don't let anyone tell you what you should do. I got a clear view. We're gonna make it soon. Just keep pushing through.